Welcome. This is Monty from DPL Surveillance Equipment, and we're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have perhaps the largest inventory of items that not only can you buy, but you can rent as well. In addition to having a very large inventory of spy products or state-of-the-art surveillance and security equipment products, we also have anti-terrorist products, bug detectors, X-ray scanners, a large amount of personal protection products that include bulletproof vests, stun guns, pepper sprays, etc., etc. And as I mentioned, all of these are lifetime guaranteed and warranted, and I co-run the company along with Carol and Aranda. Carolyn, can you say hi?
This is Carolyn.
And this Spreaker session has to do with our being upset with Elavon, Mastercard, Visa, American Express, all of the major credit card processors and issuers. They're all a bunch of fucking crooks. And what we're referring to are some very specific cases or situations where we're ripped off as merchants and consumers, and we're paying almost like we're paying to the mafia for marked up services and bureaucratic layers of complexity that have absolutely nothing to do with actually getting the money into the hands of the banks from the merchants and from the hands of the customers. So what I'm referring to is specifically when you use Elavon, for instance, and this applies to all processors and credit card issuers. When you process a transaction, you pay what are called discount fees. Now, these discount fees actually are a huge percentage of your transactions. You can pay anywhere from 2 to 4 to 5% per transaction, depending upon which of these processes you go through. And a lot of times what happens is you spend more time and effort paying these ransom fees to these issuers and these banks and everyone else who's in the middle, and it takes away from your ability to give your customers good pricing, for instance. All of this adds to your overhead, so there's no way you can actually be competitive in the way you should be with all these vultures trying to extract fees from us. One particular instance that I'm dealing with now, for instance, is with Elavon. For instance, they're holding at least $1,850, and they're not telling me, it's going on 2 weeks, and they're not telling me why or specifically what's going on. This particular transaction was processed on the 15th of September 2016, and today is the 24th, and I still haven't seen my $1,850. They're telling me everything from I've exceeded my maximum volume of transactions for the month, and that's a reason. Then I call back again to check on my money. Then I'm told that the money's being held because they're not quite sure about the products that I'm selling. And then in another instance, they're telling me that maybe we have too many chargebacks. And but in reality, our successful chargebacks processed against my company have been less than 1%. Okay, anybody can file a chargeback, as we all know, but you actually have to, the customer actually has to win or have the case awarded in the customer's favor. Otherwise, it's just another situation where a customer is complaining about something or just wants to be unfair and get a product, test it out, play with it, use it, and turn it back in and stating for whatever reason they want that they're entitled to their money back. We've guarded against this with a very comprehensive return policy that doesn't allow for frivolous chargebacks. Anyway, that's another issue, but the bottom line is we've kept our percentage of chargebacks very, very low, and we have a very good reputation on Google. For instance, if you go to Google, type in DPL surveillance equipment and look at the reviews and such, you can see for yourself. But at the same time, Elavon people are so fucking incompetent talking to such idiots as some supervisor, some moron by the name of Jim, and another retard by the name of Juan, who first told us that this had more to do with us exceeding our monthly transaction volume target, and that once reviewed for money laundering suspicions or whatever, that they would just release my money. But then they retracted that and said, no, it's something else. So Juan Alvarado, extension 8497, and Kayla, who was a Tiger Team representative, and now some moron by the name of Jim. All of these people are talking out every conceivable side of their mouths in terms of giving us reasoning why they are holding our money. And then they have something called a code 10, CODE, the number 10, where they're supposed to call a bank on your behalf or a credit card issuer on the merchant's behalf to find out. For instance, when credit cards are processed, sometimes you don't get name and address verification, or something seems to be suspicious or whatever. Sometimes, and we're told to call Elavon and have them investigate it. Believe it or not, these morons, 99% of the time, they can't quite figure out how to pick up the phone and call a bank or an issuer and verify the customer's identity so we can process a transaction. We've learned actually throughout the years that we can pick up the phone either by Skype or something, call these foreign banks and credit card issuers and verify the information within about 5 or 10 minutes on average, as compared to the 1 or 2 weeks where Elavon can't seem to even not only not call, but can't seem to find out any information to help us process transactions so we can pay these idiots a discount fee. Okay, so some businesses spend tens of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars in annual discount fees, and this is what we get for service. So I think we need to report Elavon and Mastercard and Visa and all these guys to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And I've written extensively on everything from $6 billion settlements between Visa and Mastercard and government agencies to because of allegations having to do with ripping people off, charging merchants and customers too much money. I think in Canada there's already an ongoing situation where the Canadians were rewarded with significant $1 billion settlements for the same things. Okay, and the last one in the United States was $6 billion, a $6 billion settlement that the federal government was looking to get out of Mastercard, Visa, and everything. But a lot of the major corporations, Walmart, Crooks, etc., they opted out and they're pursuing individual lawsuits because the terms and conditions not only do not penalize Mastercard, Visa, American Express, but don't make any way of keeping them from doing the same thing again. So in other words, these idiots can do the same thing again, and Mastercard, Visa, American Express, they can do the same thing again and again and again, and not have any repercussions. So we need to revamp, reform the financial payment processing systems and networks, and possibly take a look at Bitcoin and blockchain, put all these idiots out of business. So this is my rant about Elavon and Mastercard, Visa, and American Express. They're all crooks. Okay, there is no other way to put it. I read extensively about this industry, and I've been an expert in this industry since 1997, and I've dealt with every conceivable type of transaction, case, you name it, and I know this stuff in and out. And believe it or not, this is old, antiquated, dinosaur type of technology, type of protocols that these guys are using. That's why the hackers of the world have more data records on us than the credit card companies have on us. So it'll probably be easier for merchants to go onto the black market and get given the related information as compared to try to get these idiots, such as the people at Elavon, to do a code 10. You could probably get it quicker off the dark web or something. But anyway, this has been my rant. So let's report these morons to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and get this industry completely reformed and revamped. You want to say anything, Carly? Or we wrap it up? Okay, as we usually say at the conclusion of every session, bring a friend, enemy, relative, associate, share it with everyone that you can think of, and let's get the word out that we need to do something about this particular problem. And give us a call regarding surveillance, counter-surveillance, smartphone detection, electronic harassment and prevention, target individuals, electrical hypersensitivity, any of these things that you want to learn about, give us a call. We'd be glad to help you out.